very good morning, esteemed guests, faculty members, graduates, and family members. Welcome to the Convocation 2024 of Kirloskar Institute of Management. I am Amit Anand, your Master of Ceremonies for today's celebration. Let us begin warmly welcoming our esteemed guests, Mr. Sumit Mitra, CHRO of Godrej, who has graciously joined us today. We are also honored to welcome Mr. Rahul Kirloskar, Executive Chairman, Ms. Aditi Kirloskar, Vice President of the Governing Council, our GC members, Mr. Narpati Luthra, Wing Commander Raghunathan, and Mr. R.R. Deshpande. Also honored to have Dr. T.G. Vijaya, Director of Pune, and Dr. Nandeesh Hiremath, Director of the Harihar campus, and our distinguished faculty members. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this momentous occasion with us. Request you please take your seats now. I would request Mr. Rahul Kirloskar to declare the convocation open.
I now declare the convocation open.
All right, so let us proceed with the lighting of the lamp, which symbolizes the light of knowledge and our hopes for the future. May I invite the dignitaries on the dais to step forward to please light the lamp. Thank you. I would now request Mr. Rahul Kirloskar to deliver the welcome address, please. So, let's do that.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty members, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2024. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you today on the momentous occasion of your convocation. As we gather here to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance, let us reflect not only on our individual achievements, but also on the collective progress of our nation, that is India. India, with its rich history and diverse culture, is a beacon of resilience and growth. Today, as we look around, we see a nation on the move, propelled by the spirit of innovation and enterprise. Our industries stand as a testament to the remarkable strides we have made in economic development. From the bustling streets of our cities to the serene landscapes of rural India, the wheels of progress are turning, driving us towards an extremely bright future. In recent years, India has emerged as a global powerhouse in many industries, from technology and healthcare to manufacturing and agriculture. Our IT sector, fueled by a pool of talented professionals and a culture of innovation as well as a can-do spirit, has revolutionized the way the world operates. Startups are mushrooming across the country, leveraging cutting-edge technologies to address diverse challenges and create new opportunities. Moreover, India's manufacturing sector is undergoing a significant transformation fueled by initiatives such as Make in India. With a focus on enhancing productivity, adopting advanced technologies, and improving infrastructure, we are poised to become a manufacturing hub on the global scale. This not only creates employment opportunities, but also contributes to the nation's GDP growth and economic development. As we celebrate the progress that we have made, let us also acknowledge the challenges that lie ahead. Inequality, sustainability, and inclusivity are issues that demand our attention and collective action. It is imperative that we, as the future leaders of our nation, address these challenges with empathy, integrity, and foresight. As graduates, you are the torchbearers of change, entrusted with the responsibility of shaping the destiny of our nation. Let us go forth from the Kirloskar Institute of Management with a sense of purpose and commitment to excellence. Let us strive not only for personal success, but also for the greater good of society. In conclusion, let us remember the journey of progress is an ongoing one, marked by both trials as well as triumphs. Let us draw inspiration from the past, seize the opportunities of the present, and envisage a future where India shines bright as a beacon of hope and prosperity for the world to admire. To the parents and family members and friends, your unwavering support and encouragement have been instrumental in the success of our graduates. Your presence here today is a testament to your love, care, and belief in their potential. Thank you for being an integral part of their educational journey. I warmly welcome Mr. Sumit Mitra, Head Group HR and Corporate Services, Godrej Industries, and Human Resources, Godrej Consumer Products Ltd. I look forward to him sharing his knowledge, insights, and experiences with all of you. With that, may it be a joyous and memorable celebration for all as we honor the achievements of our remarkable graduates as they embark on a future filled with limitless possibilities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rahul Kirloskar. Some very important points for you and for everybody to think about. This is a time which is very interesting. It's a time of collective progress. We are making huge strides in each and every sector. So we are very fortunate to be able to contribute to the progress of the nation as well. I would now invite Dr. Nandeesh Hiremath, the Director of KIM Harihar, to present the academic report.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, seeking the blessing of our illustrious leader, Aditi Kirloskar ji, and Governing Council members, and respected Sumit Mitra ji, the chief guest for this auspicious ceremony, Rahul Kirloskar ji, and Vice President of the Governing Council, Aditi Madam, and academic leaders on the dais, Dr. Vijaya, Dr. Nagaraj, and Dr. Jha, and all my fellow faculty colleagues, the staff, and most importantly, beloved students. And equally important is the parents, invitees, and the alumni who have joined for this August ceremony. I stand before you to present the brief annual report of the academic year 2023-24 from Harihar campus. At the outset, let us wholeheartedly congratulate the graduating students both from Harihar and Pune campuses. And as you know, today is the landmark day in the life of your achievement of this postgraduate program. And it's a D-Day of achievement where you are completing one milestone of learning and you are entering into another milestone in your life to serve the society. And I feel not only privileged but humbled to share the journey and important highlights that has happened during the last academic year. And I categorize them into 7 broad subheadings. First, the admissions. The Harihar campus had an illustrious growth with 162 admissions coming in from 18 states, and 40% of them are girls. So it speaks about a diversity and inclusion, what the nation and the globe is talking about. And I'd like to place on record the appreciation to the entire admissions team and ably supported by the faculty who are a part of outreach programs, seminars, and varieties of interventions which have been done so that we were able to have 162 on campus for this academic year. And these students have undergone a 10 days orientation program which has been facilitated by faculty and industry experts and alumni. So it has been a great learning experience before they started the journey of B26 batch. And coming to the second subheading, the academics, the curriculum has been completed as per the plan. In fact, I must say we have done quite a bit more than what it was planned for both batch 25 and batch 26. And the delivery and commitment of the faculty has been phenomenal. Faculty have done multiple roles apart from teaching, the research, interventions, conducting research publications, varieties of things. And the quite significant of them is conducting aptitude tests, mock group GD, that is group discussion, personal intros. This has equipped the students in terms of skilling so that they were able to get ready for the industry. That is where you are going to find the niche career of yours. And weekly mentoring has added a lot of flair for these developmental initiatives of the students' careers. In fact, along with mentoring, the STEP, that is Student Enhancement Program, and CNBA, the current news and business analysis had added strength in terms of getting them industry ready. And I'm not going into the details, but industrial visits have been conducted to the students to 6 leading companies for practical exposure, and they have been able to come back to the campus and share their learning through presentations so that cross-cultural learning is taken care. And many guest lectures have been done, and even alumni have been involved in various training interventions. Coming to the third subset, students are the strength for any B school. So they have lots of student-driven activities, whether it is marketing, finance, HR, analytics, cultural activities. We had debates, sports, social awareness, moot court, and of course, not to forget about the alumni meets, and most importantly, varieties of festivals across the year. And the foundation day was celebrated on 25th November, where 6 of the employees who had the longest tenure in Harihar campus have been able to get recognized, and among these 6 people, about 4 of them have completed 25 plus years. So that speaks about the kind of the commitment and loyalty they have. And most importantly, students have been able to participate in varieties of events, whether it is in IIMs or NMIMS, leading B schools across. 1 student has got the first prize, and 3 students have got the second prize, and 4 students have presented papers in national and international conferences and under the expert guidance of the faculty. Now coming to the 4th heading, research and publications and contributions by the faculty team. I am proud to mention that the faculty have been able to contribute 19 research papers which are published in ABDC and Scopus Index journals, which is of reputation. And in addition, they have contributed for MDP for Kirloskar Group by 2 faculty, and Executive Development Program of 188 hours to the varieties of executives. FDP to Karnataka University and Vijayanagar University, 2 faculty have been front-ending this. And of course, I did make a mention about the outreach contributions and admissions. And both deans, Dr. Nagaraj and Dr. Vinay, attended UGC-sponsored 5 days faculty development program. I think that is an additional feather for us. And 4 faculty have attended NRPM seminar in Hospet, and during last about 2 months, all the faculty have undergone one or the other developmental program, and all staff had 1 training program. 50% of the faculty have presented papers in national and international conferences. Now coming to the 5th area, BI and placements. As we know, industry readiness is the hallmark of any B school. And coming to business immersion, 53 companies have picked up 162 students of this B26 batch. They have completed 1 month now, and they are going to complete this whole business immersion or internship by June 30th. Placements, 29 companies have come. We have completed 84% of the placements, and leading recruiters include Deloitte, PwC, HDFC, ICC Securities, MRF, Pidilite, Global Data Research, Equity Knowledge Partners, and of course our own homegrown companies, Kirloskar group of companies with a good salary packages. And the remaining students have been guided and supported, and we hope to complete this cycle very soon. And please understand, we are adopting a software for managing this BI and the placements. And coming to the sixth, the infrastructure development. As we are growing, we require more facilities. We require more of infrastructure. And our governing council and leadership has been ably supporting us. We have completed the first floor concrete of the 30 girls hostel new block, and it's going to be ready by June 30th. 36 rooms for the new hostel block. It is under the process of approval, and we hope to complete it as quickly as we can. We are going to have an extension of the canteen and 4 additional classrooms, and definitely extension and renovation of the physical and digital infrastructure. I'd like to mention on behalf of entire Harihar team, our sincere thanks to our leadership team for continued support on this initiative. Last but the most important, the governance and leadership. From all of us, we wish to express deepest regards to the entire governing council leaders. We have been able to not only extend the facilities but share the expert guidance. In fact, that is our backbone strength of whatever we have been able to do. And a special recognition I'd like to make a mention. Yes, I am here just 2.5 months in this system, but Aditi madam has been able to take the download from the leaders and pass it on to us, and has been able to guide, and would like to recognize her active involvement and support all through our journey, whatever we do. Recently, we had an academic admin audit. We had this is in a voluntary initiative. This is not mandated by the government or AICT, but it is a voluntary initiative. We have done it because of our leaders' vision, and this has given a lot of insights, and it is also equipping us to move forward in respect of the accreditations, either NBA or falling in line with new education policy, etc. The expert guidance given from the leaders in respect of MOUs with international partners, industries, professional bodies like CII, NHRD, NIPM, AIMS, ICT Academy has been phenomenal. In fact, this is making us much more stronger than what we have been, and their support in terms of connecting with alumni during last 25 years has been a great strength, and we thank our leaders for this. In summary, entire team of Harihar would like to pray God to bless the graduating students, and most importantly, we would also like to acknowledge the support and partnership given from the parents, because without the partnership of the parents and their family members, we would not have reached to this culminating stage of the convocation. So I would like to thank each and every parent who are here and who are able to join us emotionally. And my special thanks to the entire team of faculty, staff, service providers and partners who have been able to be kind of the enablers in this journey of growth, expansion, and also create a most impact. My last word to the students who are graduating. Dear students, please remember, you entered KIM with an objective to learn and get skilled. You have done that. Today you are getting graduated with your PGDM degree. Please don't forget, you are going into the real world to serve. Let us serve the community and society, but not to forget about the ethics and values. Probably that is going to make us much more stronger. Wishing all of you all the best, and thank you everyone for giving me opportunity to share this brief highlights.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Hiremath, for that stellar report. Now I would request Dr. T.G. Vijaya, the director of KIM Pune, to present the academic report for the Pune campus.
Esteemed members on the dais, governing council members, invitees, parents and dear students, good morning. At the outset, I heartily congratulate the graduating batch of 2024 for achieving this important educational milestone. Kudos to you. A convocation marks an important milestone both in the institution and the graduating students' lives. It is an event which calls for celebration, introspection, and planning for the future, and an opportunity to rededicate ourselves to our goals. So dear students, first celebrate your success. For many of you, this will be the final milestone of your formal education. It is the culmination of your classroom learning on a full-time basis. Celebrate the start of a life's new journey now. Embrace life and all that it brings to you. Then you need to introspect. This is an important facet of growth. Introspect, take lessons, and move on. Life is a great teacher. Learn fast and learn well. As an institution, KIM is also in the process of introspection. In our journey from a teaching-centric business school to a learner-centric business school, we are keen to listen to our stakeholders, learn from our stakeholders, especially our students who are invested in us. Let me share with you some of the highlights of the academic year 23-24. From the perspective of the graduating batch of 23-24, this is a batch which attended the institute full-time post-pandemic. Learning challenges both for students and us as an institution. This is a batch which almost achieved a 50-50 gender ratio. This is also a batch where 70% of the students had a paid internship. And finally, this is the batch which has achieved 100% graduation in time record. As an institution, our salient achievements for the year 23-24 include the highest admission enrollments of 120 for the 23-25 graduating batch with a significant cognitive and geographical diversity. Successful completion of the flagship KIRIT 4.0 with the highest number of registrations and submissions so far. Over 16 guest speaker sessions were organized with subjects ranging from entrepreneurship to sustainability to ethics to emotional intelligence. Significant improvements in the governance structure to ensure not only compliance but also guidance and insights. To enhance the program value proposition and to deliver a superior learning experience, the following were undertaken. A revamped curriculum for the academic year 24-25 was formulated to leverage the opportunities which the new education policy envisages. New administrative positions to complement program management and placement training were created and recruitment was completed. New learning management system software to facilitate the academic and administrative process and enhance the quality of reporting and management has been deployed. Superset, a dedicated application for placement which will enable students to track and view the placement processes and performances and help in improving their skill set, is also now operational. I now come to our key stakeholders, our faculty. I compliment faculty members for having worked hard to enhance our research publications. This year we have achieved more than 8 publications in Scopus and the ADDC listed journals, which is the highest over the past 3 years. Faculty members have served as resource person for the range of management development programs and also as session chairs, keynote speakers, and presented their ideas in various national and international conferences. Students have contributed their bit to make the institution a great place. Students did participate in a range of activities. They conducted a range of activities, both academic and cultural, and they had a big hand in making the campus a lively one. Thank you for that, dear students. Change, as they say, is the only constant in life. KIM too is in the process of changing. We want to become more competitive, deliver excellent value proposition to our stakeholders, and have started to work on this. On a personal note, I joined KIM in November last year. For every director, the first batch which graduates under his or her watch is always special. This is because this batch is like a mentor to them. They get to know about the institute, the processes, the challenges, the opportunities, and receive real-time feedback from their students. I'm grateful to each one of you, dear students, for the patience, the learning, and the affection you have shown on me. Today's event marks the beginning of a new relationship between us. You will join the ranks of our alumni. In reality, you have a new title. You are now ambassadors of KIM. I congratulate you, your parents, and family for your success and pray that your journey to your life goals will be a glorious one. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vijaya. Well, now I think everybody must be curious, so I'm going to give you some information about our chief guest, Mr. Sumit Mitra. Mr. Sumit Mitra is Head Human Resources for Godrej Consumer Products Ltd. He's the Head Group HR and Corporate Services for Godrej Industries Limited and a member of the Godrej Management Committee. Mr. Mitra joined Godrej as a management trainee and has spent 25 years working across different group businesses, including FMCG, real estate, food and agriculture. He currently leads the people practice in efforts to build a purposeful, authentic, inclusive Godrej employer brand for 20,000 team members in over 20 countries across Asia, Africa, and Latin America. He has been instrumental in making Godrej an inspiring place to work with an agile and high-performance culture that attracts and engages some of the best global talent. Mr. Mitra plays a key role in due diligence, mergers and acquisitions, change management, and cross-cultural integrations, which form a major part of the group's aggressive global growth strategy. He also spearheads Godrej Good and Green, the group's corporate social responsibility focus on creating shared value opportunities to address social and environmental concerns. So that is the chief guest that we have today, Mr. Sumit Mitra. And now I will request Mr. Rahul Kirloskar to felicitate Mr. Sumit Mitra. I will now invite Mr. Sumit Mitra to deliver the Convocation address, please.
Good morning, everyone. Members of the Kirloskar family, faculty, governing council members, dear students, and more importantly, family and supporters of the students because of which they have come to where we are sitting today. First of all, as I sort of congratulate you for this momentous occasion and a proud occasion, I also was thinking through what I should share in this forum. And I went back to my early years and there was a time 27 years back when I was sitting in a place like this, but without the gown and the cap, and fortunately graduated out of my alma mater, which is SIBM. And I thought that I will sort of share a little bit of my learnings of these 27 years because, as someone said, this is not just the end of a process. I think this is the beginning of another journey for all of you. And as we sort of discuss, I'll be very happy to sort of take any questions. If you want to sort of keep it interactive, I will ask a few questions. So I do hope that while we are in this serious sort of atmosphere, we will interact because I'm sure all of you are also itching to go out and party, right? Wrong? Yeah, right, great. So I think first of all, it must have all started with a dream. I want to sort of first understand how many of you really thought when you were in your standard 7th, 8th, 9th that you wanted to do management and management in marketing or finance? How many of you had a dream? Hands up. Yeah, and it's true. And that was the same for me. I come from a small city called Jamshedpur, and my dream at that point of time when I was doing schooling was to really sort of get a job in Tata Steel, own a bike, go to factory, get into a good position and come back. And that was like, when you are in small cities, that's what your dreams are, right? But also remember that there are times in life which gives you an opportunity. And I think all of you are here because someone at some stage would have talked to you about this opportunity to say that there is something bigger, right? And I think because of that opportunity, you are here. So as you sort of start thinking through your dream going forward, I think first of all, never forget your past. Never forget the roots that you've come from. And never forget the academic institutions and the teachers that have taught you and the mentors that have guided you. So I think as you sort of, I'm sure many of you and all of you will sort of succeed in life and grow in life, but never forget what made you where you sort of eventually sort of land up in. I think the second thought that I had, and I think he talked about my 27 years in Godrej, and I really feel careers are a marathon. And when I start looking at a lot of youngsters of today, including my son is almost your age, so it's almost sort of this itch of trying to do something more, right? I just feel, and I would only suggest that, just hold on and give it a pause and think of why do you want to shift an organization, why do you want to sort of stay in an organization, right? And wherein I also feel that there's a framework that I always use to think of whether I should sort of stay or whether I should leave and what makes you stay, right? And there are three things I think that are important in that. First of all, as we said, we have come here, and we have come here not because of a dream. It's a dream or it's an opportunity that opened up, right? But as you now move from here, I think it's very, very important to define your purpose, right? Where do you want to be? And there are many books on purpose. There are many sort of stories and online pieces on purpose. There are, the famous sort of books talked about when you died, then you think of it from your grave and see where you want it to be. I think that's too morbid. Like, don't go there. I think just think about your next 5-7 years, right? Where do you want to be, right? Do you want to be in a particular role? Do you want to be in a particular organization? Do you want to, deliver, and what kind of impact do you want to deliver, right? I think it's not an easy exercise, but I would urge all of you to start getting into the habit of saying, what is my purpose for the next 5 to 7 years, right? And look at it every few months to say, has it changed? Because some of it keeps changing as opportunities open up, right? I think once you are relatively clearer about your purpose, once you're relatively clearer about your purpose, I think the second piece you need to think through is to reach there, what capabilities do you need, right? I'm sure the capabilities we get from education and passing out of these illustrious institutes, I think is very, very important. But always remember, this is 10% of your learning journey. We always talk about learning in a framework that we call as 70-20-10. 10% is the academic part of your learning. 20% is what you learn from mentors and your peers and your supervisors as you get working. And 70% is what you learn through experiences, right? So in a way that you have come and covered a part of your 10%, there's this whole 90% of learning which is still left, right? But be very clear on what learning you want to go to and what learning do you want to sort of imbibe to get to your purpose, right? And I'll give you an example. A lot of students, a lot of young professionals come to me and say, should I do this course? Should I do that course? And I always sort of go back to them to say that you want to do this course for what? How is that going to help you not today but tomorrow? Yeah. So one, your learning hasn't stopped here. Second, I think be purposeful about your learning, not just from academic courses and this huge opportunity of digital and social learning available today, but also from experiences that you get. And lastly, I think what is very important is be anchored to your values. Know your values. I think again you are stepping into a world which can be quite different and quite uncertain. there are organizations and there are kinds of organizations, right? And I don't believe that you will have an exact value match with what you and your values are and what the organization's values are. But at least ensure there are no values conflict, right? Because if there are values conflict, you are not going to enjoy a long-term tenure in a place that you are working. So to me, these three things are very important from a thinking perspective as you step into this professional world. Where do you want to be in the next 5 to 7 years? What do I want to learn so that I can get there? And what are my values so that I choose wisely on where I work and with whom I work? I think that's something that I wanted to sort of think through. Further going on, there are a few things that from my own professional experience I think is important as youngsters. I wish someone had told me when I sort of graduated, but I do sort of on hindsight believe a lot of it has happened by luck, and believe me, careers are often luck, right? But I think what makes or break a career is what do people who are lucky do and what do people who are unlucky do. If you are unlucky, and all of us will be unlucky at some stage of our career, you need to have resilience. If you have a bad boss, a difficult assignment, an external reason why because of which you can't perform, you need to be resilient. If you are lucky and you get a great assignment, great boss, you need to maximize it and ride that wave. So luck and lack of luck happens to all of us. What you do with that becomes very important, right? The second piece I would suggest is, no role is a bad role and no company is a bad company. Yeah. Very often I sort of see even within our group, and we are a conglomerate of businesses, of young students saying that I want to do this business or I want to do this marketing brand role because that's the glamorous piece, right? But it's not necessary because, that you want to do it because it's glamorous and because it has high visibility. Very often some of the non-glamorous roles can teach you a lot more. And again, look at a role from a perspective of learning. What do I learn in this role that takes me through your purpose, right? It's not about what this role is giving me today, but how does it help me position me for tomorrow? Because as I said, careers are marathons. You are going to work for 35, 40 years. So don't take a decision basis what is available today. I think you need to always think of what is available tomorrow. And fortunately, I sort of had an opportunity to do a few roles like that. And on hindsight, I feel that that is what differentiated me from everyone else who sort of did the same course, who joined us the same institute and probably were as good or probably better than me, right? So sometimes a so-called bad role or non-glamorous role can position you in very different ways. I think it's also important to sort of always be on top of your subject and skills. And one of the things that I sort of see lacking in youngsters who are coming from B schools, graduate schools, even the best schools in the country and the world, is the lack of application of that learning. Yeah. So we all start getting into producing work, right? You will get into sales, you will get into marketing. If you are in sales, you will start sort of ensuring how do I meet my monthly target. If you are in marketing, you will start seeing how do I sort of strengthen my brand. If you are in HR, you will start saying how do I recruit and how do I train, right? But very often we forget the skills that we were taught, right? So always think that when you are doing something, be on top of your skills. Think of what was the theory that I learned, theory I could learn because of which I am taking a decision, right? And secondly, never stop learning and increasing your capability. So in any of our functions that you want to specialize in, I think the management graduation and course gives you a very, very good, strong platform. But depth comes only from deep practice and certifications, right? So I think about that. I also feel that careers are not straight lines. Yeah, all of you would have done your summer internship or some exposure to industries. And typically people say that careers are straight lines, right? So you do sales, after that you do trade marketing, after that you do brand management, and that's how you grow, right? But remember, that's not the only way to grow. There could be opportunities in places that you work that opens up which doesn't look very obvious. And when those opportunities come up, it is how you evaluate them. And sometimes taking an opportunity which is not the standard career path helps. Because everyone who joins that company, and you join large companies, you'll have 100 brand managers or 100 sales managers, right? Remember, pyramids get narrower. As you move up, there is only one CEO, right? So if everyone, including you, are going to be in the rat race of the same career path, you are not going to possibly have the same sort of opportunity to grow. So it's necessary to think of careers also as lateral options. As I said, no job is a bad job. If that job is going to teach you something to grow further, I do feel that's worth taking it, even if the rest of your batchmates, etc. are sort of moving there. My second last point on this is about failures, and I've reflected a lot about failures. When I see senior managers, CEOs, they are very comfortable with failures, because if you do not fail, you are not trying hard enough, right? If you keep always doing well, that only means that you are not trying hard enough and you are not taking risks. And if you don't take risks, you are not going to break out of that mode, right? And if you take risks and if you try doing different things, you are bound to fail sometimes. Not everything that you do is going to work, right? So learn to deal with failures. Again, going back to careers are a marathon. If you work 35 years, there will be a few years, even if you put in your best effort, you may not get the best result, right? But I often see, again, people having the lack of resilience when an organization says you're doing everything well, results haven't come, but you may not be that outstanding performer for that year, and then people break down, and then people take irrational decisions saying that I don't like my boss, I don't like this company, let me take a career decision, go somewhere else. But remember, failures is a part of life, not just in professional life, in personal life. Learn to deal with failures, and to me, failures teach you a lot more than success does, right? My only thing is, don't keep failing all the time and don't keep repeating mistakes. That's not good, but if you fail once in a while because you've tried something new, it's fine, right? And it's good for you. And lastly, I would say seek out mentors. Yeah, and you have this illustrious institute, people who have taught you, but as you grow in life, it is important that you seek out mentors. Mentors are not going to come to you. Your day of structured education is kind of over. Yeah. Now, how do you seek out mentors and what do you do? And again, my learning is, first of all, no one, at least in my career, has said no, however senior or however far they have been, if you have approached them with a genuine request for help and learning. So don't go and approach people just because you have to approach people. Be very clear on what you need and you ask for help, and people will approach and help you, right? But that initiative of finding mentors is with you. No one is going to come and help you. I had a very funny situation where it was a reasonably sort of successful brand manager, and I was talking to him and I was like, some of the feedback about you is you're not using your fundamental knowledge. And he said, my marketing professor in my B school was bad. I was like, are you kidding? Like, you passed out of B school, say 7 years back. Just because your marketing professor was bad is not an excuse for you to not apply. In today's world, there are so many ways of learning. There are so many people you can learn from, right? So find your mentors and seek them out. As you grow in life, you will realize that you will need different people to help you. Initially, when I started my career, it was people within the Godrej system that I could go to. As I grew up and, as I had to start thinking outside, then I realized there are people in India that I needed to reach out to. I became a part of CII, then I became a part of the leadership team. And then as we started to become global, then I realized there are people outside India who I need to reach out to. So have that humility, create that network, and find mentors to sort of help you. I think the other piece, and some of the speakers before me talked about it, is do not forget your privilege. Yeah. India, with its population and with the kind of education systems that we have, you are really that creamy layer who has the privilege of getting educated at this institute and passing out of this. So never forget this privilege that you've got and the responsibilities that privilege leaves you with, right? It is important that we become good citizens, we become good leaders, we nurture people for growing, and growing not just in the organization but growing in the country, right? And we do whatever is needed to make our country proud, right? So don't forget the privilege just because we are educated. And lastly, I would say that, you know, in tomorrow's leader, I think all kinds of education is good, but in the world, in the way the world is moving, I think the standard leadership is about 3 core things. We all talk about it, every leadership model talks about it. First is knowing yourself, second is leading people, third is leading business, right? So that's the standard framework of leadership. I think for any leader in any function today, 3 capabilities are very, very important. And when you get into your first job and as you grow, don't forget it. And maybe for 5 years later, something else will be important. But for a leader of tomorrow, the leader has to be digitally aware and savvy, right? Doesn't mean that you know coding, but are you open enough to allow digital to come in, right? Are you open enough? And even if you don't know, in our experience, you know, when I passed out of B school in Symbiosis, there are 2 computers. And that's how we passed out. But are we open enough to say that the world is changing and allow then people in your team who are probably more aware of what is the changing world to adopt, right? I think that is very important. Be digitally savvy. I think the world is becoming, thankfully, increasingly inclusive, and I was very happy to see, you know, the women representation here. Inclusion is far beyond women. It's about religion. It's about, you know, where we come from. It's about all kinds of gender. I think be open to inclusion. If you can't champion it, don't be a roadblock. Don't have biases about, you know, people need to be like what we are, right? So a great leader of tomorrow has to be inclusive, has to sort of give wings to people from minority to grow, right? And that's the role that you can play tomorrow as you sort of get into the corporate world. And lastly, you know, you have to think about the world and you have to think about sustainability. Probably it's not something that we learn here. It's not a rocket science, but think about your action and what it is doing to the society and to the land that we operate from. Can we at least make that neutral and protect that piece of earth, right? So always sort of think about this, be a great leader, but if you can think about these 3, you will only rise to greatness. So that's all I wanted to share today. Wishing all of you a very, very successful career, and I'm sort of going to root with the rest of the people here and the faculty to see all of you fly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mitra. Those were some pearls of wisdom for you, beginning from purpose, your value system, not forgetting where you've come from, your privilege, the importance of resilience in times of failures, etc., etc. We are moving on from here, and this is another special part, which is about the alumni. Alumni are the heart of any institute. They take our values into the world and come back to inspire and help our current students. Today we are fortunate to have one such alumni with us. We are privileged to have Mr. Nikhil Damle, who is the founder of Iridium Coaching and Learning. He's here to share his experiences and journey after graduating from KIM. Before he proceeds to do so, I will tell you a little bit about Mr. Damle. He graduated long time ago in 2001. Between 2003 and 21, Mr. Damle worked at Morgan Stanley's Global Knowledge Center based out of their Mumbai office. He was involved in investment banking research functions and led the business for APAC, Japan. He was also instrumental in setting up various Indian businesses in the last 5 years of his tenure at Morgan Stanley. He was the COO for corporate services and has technological expertise that he deployed across operations, finance, business research, risk governance, people development, and culture and enablement. Now he has founded his new venture in founding Iridium Coaching and Learning in 2021. He brings his combined experience in technology, banking, and operation with a strong set of skills in coaching and facilitation. His business understanding and coaching finesse makes him a unique individual for all the enterprises he works with. Nikhil also devotes his time to the Tree Society, where he has worked across 7 states in India to enable individuals in rural areas to start non-farm livelihood enterprises. I would now request Mr. Damle to share his experience with all of you. And I would request Ms. Aditi Kirloskar to felicitate Mr. Damle. Thank you for your presence, Mr. Damle.
Good morning. A little bit louder. Okay, good. I think I kind of went back to a little bit more than 20 years ago when we were having our own convocation. I'm from the 99-2001 batch back at Harihar. Our convocation was in Bangalore. I think it was the Chancery Hotel. We also had a lot of fanfare like this. Luckily for us, there was all these robes as well. As I look back and I also look at you, 2-3 things kind of stand in great contrast in terms of how things were back then and now. Immediately, I think mobile phones and internet come to mind. I remember we were sort of the testing batch of internet coming to campus. It used to be 56 kbps back then. And the test happened like this, that we clicked on Hotmail, half an hour later the login page opened. Once we put in our login details, it took another 20 minutes for it to go to the inbox. So that's how internet was back then, and you know how it is now. Mobile phones, I think we first saw a mobile phone with our placement officer, Dr. Bala. It was like a weapon actually. If you threw it at someone, it would hurt. And if I remember right, outgoing was 16 rupees, incoming was 8. So it was really an important call, if a student got to kind of get on a phone call, talk to one of the companies that urgently needed to talk about something. It was really a matter of great pride in the evening at the mess. People had to kind of, share that experience that I got a chance to speak on the mobile phone today. Again, you'll see how much of a contrast that is. My son, when I bought this phone, he asked me, how many GB is this? So I said 12 GB. Paused for a moment and he said, that makes it more powerful than the laptops and desktops in our home. Would not have imagined this to happen back then. One other thing which was very different back then was social networks. Because they were absent that time. Facebook hadn't happened yet. And as our batch was concluding, we were wondering whether we should go on to Google Groups or Yahoo Groups so that we could just stay connected together. More than the tools that are available today, I think the virality of what those tools offer creates tremendous potential, but possibly also some downside sometimes. So I'll try to cover a few things which hopefully haven't changed that much. And my hope is that they'll kind of continue that way going forward with you as well. I have a couple of instances to share. A little bit of an advantage is I was a student like you some time back. So I'll try to sort of touch upon some of those things which resonated with me and stayed with me throughout my journey. Starting with the convocation, so we had our director that time was Dr. Vijaya. And you could say he was like a model of excellence for learning. There would be evenings which were sort of, the next day he has a class and for sure you would find him in the library the earlier evening. In his crisp white shirt, tie still on. But he'd be making notes, there'd be a pile of books next to him, periodicals, and he'd be making diligent amount of notes which we would get evidence, next day when we were in the classroom. So one of the things he mentioned when we were at the end of our convocation, he said, the PGDM diploma that you got, you can sort of put an expiry period on it for 3 years. Maybe if you're lucky, 5 years. So he said, what is this expiry on the PGDM diploma? We've not been told about this. He said, whatever you learned here in the last 2 years, that's as much it will kind of last you. 3 years, if you're lucky 5 years, because so much of technology change had already started. We were sort of just post the Y2K bug. I don't know if many people remember that. But the Indian software and the ITS services sector had just picked up by then. Also, a lot of things in terms of demographics, economics, trends were changing. So one of his key messages was that if you're going to rely on this PGDM diploma and kind of flash it around as a badge, sorry, you'll very quickly become obsolete. And possibly not even be worth the value of the paper on which it is printed. So one of the things that's key, and I think Mr. Mitra also pointed out, is how crucial learning is. So you may take away your sort of, diplomas, get into your first jobs, and I think it'll be nice that, when you walk in there, you'll feel like there is an advantage already because certain things are familiar to you because they've been taught here. But my suggestion is kind of, let that have its advantage over the next 3-5 years, but start thinking about beyond that now. I was once coming in a cab from a hotel where I was staying in Bangalore, heading to Bangalore airport. And this cabbie started chatting with me saying, "Sir, what do you do?" And in my recent line of work, I do a lot of workshops. By the end of the journey, and some of you who've traveled in Bangalore, you'll know that it's a fairly reasonable amount of time. He had taken down my number. He had also taken a list of books from me that he thinks will help him. Also recommendations on podcasts. And he said, "Sir, can I stay in touch with you next time when you come to Bangalore?" I thought he's saying, next time when you come, I'll book the cab with him. He said, "No, next time again we can have a 2-hour conversation like this and I can tell you what happened there." The other example I have is of my son. And he's very competitive compared to his elder sister. But a lot of things I see that he's learned are not formally learned, are learned through interest, through curiosity. And therefore, the other thing that will happen as soon as you hit the workforce is 4 or 5 years down the line, probably the people that are joining the workforce then will already be sort of at par with you. Because all the things that you would have acquired, they would have taken it as, this is the base level, so we need to acquire this. And that's the reason why if you don't constantly reinvest in learning, and I don't mean only courses, also go get yourself different kinds of exposure. But if that doesn't happen, then it's like, you're expecting that 1 year I watered the plant, now I think it should grow into a tree very soon. That's a very unrealistic thing to do. So treat your career like that. The other thing is, I remind, Professor Pai is here. So I was kind of thinking about one of the instances we had in our first trimester. At that time, lectures used to be 2 hours. I don't know how long they are now. But between lectures, there would then be a tea break. And in Harihar, there's this rotunda area where we would stand and have tea. So there was a lot of banter and laughter going on. And I think sir was just passing by. Something made him kind of stop. He turned back. And in his polite voice, he said, "Gentlemen, is this how managers conduct themselves?" And then he didn't say anything. He just went ahead after that. And I think the message that he did not say was really the way you conduct yourself, that's the way the world will relate to you and respond to you. So if you're going to watch out, if you'd like to be treated in a certain way, if you'd like to be seen in a certain way, if you'd like to have a certain reputation, it's in your hands how you carry yourself, conduct yourself. And that's something worth carrying in your pocket wherever you go. Being nice doesn't cost much. Respecting people, well, it's easy. And that's the way people will sort of reciprocate. When you go back into your jobs, you can't really carry the weight of your designation or the role saying, I am this, so you must do this with me. People are really going to respond to who you are and how you are with them, rather than the tag that you carry along with you. So be mindful of that. One of the other instances that I remember is, everyone's favorite when you are in a PGDM post placements. And we were outside the placement office, some conversation was going on and we were sort of haggling about why can't there be more fax machines so that we can send CVs quickly. And one of our professors, his name Dr. Niranjan Swain, he was passing by. He used to teach us finance. And he looked at us and he just waved at us like this. So we thought, okay, maybe there's yesterday's test or some, the day before concept or project, something he must be going to talk to us about that. And he made us sit down and he said, do you want fax machines or do you want a job? So it hit us. And he said, they can get fax machines, but are you here to get a job? So keep demanding what you want. Ask for the kind of companies that you want should come to campus. Leave it to them, how fax machines comes or, email is fast or internet is slow. Leave it to them. And one lesson from that really is, being clear about what you want. Being clear about what you ask for. So I was saying about mentors, that's something important to kind of, keep in mind. If you don't know what is it that you want, then I'm sorry, the world doesn't kind of, need to mind read or guess what is it that you're looking for. So being clear about what you ask for and not letting yourself get distracted by frills. Because I think the tools and the licenses and the software and the so many resources that are right now available, it's easy to mistake that that tool is equivalent of some knowledge, right? Or that tool is equivalent of accomplishing some goal. Be clear about your goal, now then whether that tool gets you, whether some mentor gets you that, whether some peer kind of helps you out, as long as you don't allow yourself to get distracted. I think especially in today's times where there's so much of an information overload, there's so much of comparison possible with friends and peers due to social media. It's important to keep those distractions out. One of the last things from me, I know there's specializations here. If it were to me, I would say that you're a PGDM diploma holder, right? We shouldn't get into specializations, and the reason for that is it's too early for us to think of whether you're a marketing person, a finance person, or HR person. Because believe me, when you are a salesperson, you'll have to deal with budgets. If you're a finance person, you can't say, sorry, I'm not good at dealing with people because I didn't take HR specialization. So being willing to notice the interconnections between specializations is important. And that can start now. You'll have friends who are contrary to your specialization. And I think it's important to engage with them in understanding how they look at business. Because ultimately, all of what you're qualifying for, all of the roles and jobs that you're going to get into, at the end of the day is a business. And therefore, if you start recognizing that in business I am a marketing person, or in business I happen to be an HR or a finance person, then I think it will make it easier for you to get out of a silo mindset and start appreciating what are different ways in which you could contribute. And sometimes you might realize that you might be an HR person, but you may come up with the most brilliant idea that a finance person could not think of. So yes, that's what it might say on your diploma, but once you walk out, consider yourselves business people, consider yourselves management people, because you can walk in anywhere and you should be able to spot what's really going on over here. Last thing, which is like they say, sometimes when I go and teach somewhere, this is the last question, and then there's 3 last questions like that. So this is my really last thing, is that all of you are ambitious. I wish you very well in terms of the dreams and goals that you have for your career. I also have the benefit of having visited KIMS many times after I passed. And so luckily, I've been in touch with many other of your alumni. And one of the things I find which is a danger that I should warn you about is that for a lot of people in pursuit of their goals and ambitions, you might end up making work as the center of your life. And one thing, be very clear, work is just one of the aspects of your life, right? you'll have hobbies, you'll have things that you love doing with your friends. You got to take care of your health as well. So 35-year career, if it's a marathon, you've got to have that athlete mindset about yourself. And the best of athletes, you'll not find them doing only tennis practice or only golf practice or only cricket practice all the time. They find ways of switching off, they find ways of including other aspects of life. And my wishes and my hope is that you don't succumb to the pressure of a deadline, you don't succumb to the pressure of a KPI and end up spending 15-hour, 18-hour days. I often tell people that, that'll get you a promotion, but next day you'll be in hospital. So be mindful of, how you'd like your ambitions and goals to pan out. Would you like to be there, healthy, fit, ready to savor them? Or do you want to sort of, head towards burnout? So please take good care of yourself. That's utmost. I'm sure your family members sitting here want economic success of you, want career success of you, but I also think above all of that, they want you to be happy people who get a good night's sleep. So please take care of yourself. My wishes are for you. I hope some of you 20 years down the line, or maybe sooner than that, are standing here and sharing your experience as well. Because generations, I think, are crunching. I find that between my elder daughter and younger son, there are already generation gaps. So it will be interesting for your experiences to sort of, be brought back here and shared with later batches. With that, I'll close. Thank you so much for your time and attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nande. All right, let's try to build a little bit of nostalgia. So students, well, do you remember endless hours in the library and in your room where textbooks and notes were your only company? Do you remember feeling homesick, missing family events and celebrations back home? Do you remember juggling the demands of academic deadlines with personal life and sometimes feeling stretched too thin? Do you remember the pressure of maintaining grades for career opportunities, navigating new friendships and sometimes facing conflicts or misunderstandings? Do you remember sacrificing leisure and relaxation to meet the rigorous demands of your courses? Overcoming the fear and anxiety of public speaking during presentations? Do you remember adapting to a new environment, culture, or a city away from the comfort of your home? Today, all those challenges bear fruit. Congratulations on reaching this day of fulfillment. Now we come to the most awaited moment of the ceremony, and now I request Mr. Sumit Mitra, Mr. Rahul Kirloskar and Ms. Aditi Kirloskar to please step forward to award the certificates to the graduating students from the Harihar campus. I would also invite Dr. Nagaraj, Dean Academic KIM Harihar, to present the graduates from the Harihar campus.
Mr. Suyash Junjunwala. Mr. Mehul Manohar. Mr. Ajay GM. Mr. Akhil Nair. Mr. Narayan Prasad.
I would request you to applause. A good applause is required here.
Mr. Amartya Reddy. Mr. Ayush Raj. Mr. Rakshit Kumar Vasant Sheth. Mr. Jayant S.G. Mr. Zuaid F. Mr. Vinayak S. Lamani. Mr. Vibhuti Bhushan. Mr. Puneet S. Dikshit. Mr. Manikant S. Benmara. Mr. Mayur P. Mr. Ajit P. Karnali. Mr. Pradyumna D.M. Mr. Joy Patrick. Mr. Sanad S.H. Mr. Abhishek Kumar Das. Ms. Mahima Swarup. Ms. Neha Jaiswal. Ms. Srijita Datta. Ms. Sakshi Suman. Ms. Moa Alaika. Ms. Prachi Kumari. Ms. Srishti Bose. Mr. Dipankar Basak, Mr. Kirtipati Pawan Kumar, Ms. Nidhi Gupta, Sushmita, Ms. Rachna SV, Ms. Pooja Rangangauda Meligiri, Ms. Sinchana Patil, Ms. Sahna M, Ms. Maitri TN, Mr. H.G. Pramoda, Mr. Amit S, Mr. Aditya Kumar, Mr. Rahul Kumar Singh, Mr. Sajan Kumar, Mr. Anurag Kumar, Mr. Arunoday Pratap Singh, Mr. Bhola Singh Chaudhary, Ms. Nibha Majhi, Ms. Svetal, Mr. Kollu Jayendra Kumar, Mr. Anand Kumar, Ms. Muskan Tulsian, Ms. Khushi Sinha, Ms. Mandira Banjare, Ms. Tanushree Ishwarappa Kale, Ms. Unimaya, Ms. Aarti AJ, Ms. Divya Helwal, Ms. Sarda Sinha, Mr. Amritanshu Kumar. Ms. Soumya S. Shilwadi. Ms. Vaidehi Umesh Mise. Mr. Raghavendra Putankar. Mr. Amritanshu. Mr. Satya Mishra. Mr. Vikas Anand. Mr. Ayush Srivastava. Mr. Pranav Nambiar. Ms. Ipsita Patnaik. Mr. Ekant Srivastava. Mr. Shubham Prasad Phadi. Mr. Aditya BN. Thank you and congratulations to all.
Thank you, Dr. Nagraj. Thanks a lot. Those were the students from the Harihar campus. I would now request and invite Dr. Vidyanand Jha, Dean Academic, KIM Pune, to present the graduates from the Pune campus.
Thank you. N. Pujit. Payal Wadwani. Satyendra Kumar. Sanket. Ganesh Moon. Namit. Kishore Kumar Chandra. Anjali. Vimal Kumar. Nandini Bansal. Diya Suti. Sakshi Priya. रोहित शर्मा, निधि रोगा, ऐश्वर्या, ईशान राजेश, करीना, नंदनी शर्मा, अदिति, विश्वेश सावंत, गौरव, अलीशा, आदित्य सिंह, गर्विता, ईशुराज, प्रगति पटेल, वैभव, भक्ति त्रिलोक्य, नचिकेत कामले, राहुल, तेजस, अभिश्री, हिमांशु, विशाल, ध्रुवराज, निखिल, काव्या, अदिति, श्वेतांक, शेखर, थैंक यू.
Thank you, Dr. Bilinja. Well, while all of them have put in their effort, some have gone an extra mile So now I invite Dr. Nandeesh Hiremath, Director of the Harihar campus, to announce the award winners.
First of all, I'd like to call Srishti Bose. She is the gold medalist, first overall topper from the Next, Prachi Kumari. She is the silver medalist, second overall topper. Prachi. Sharda Sinha, topper, gold medalist in finance. You need to appreciate, they are putting the effort. Look at the camera. Next, Tanushree Kali, topper, gold medalist in marketing. Srishti Bose, topper in HRM. Next, Amrutanshu, topper in business analytics. Congratulations to all the medalists from Harihar campus. Once again, I request all of you to appreciate all of them once again. Now we are moving on to the medalists from Pune campus. Gold medalist, first overall topper, Diya. Next, Nandini Bansal, she is the silver medalist, second overall, and also she is the topper, that's the gold medalist in finance. So she has 2 medals. And now we are coming to Diya, topper in marketing again. Now we have Payal Wadhwani, topper in HRM. I request all of you to appreciate all the gold medalists from the Pune campus. And heartiest congratulations to all the medalists, but I can say all of you have also got the medal to enter into the life. Please take the learnings from the experts who have spoken. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hiremath, and congratulations to all the awardees. I will now invite Dr. T.J. Vijaya, the director of our Pune.
Repeat after me. We, the graduates of the Kirloskar Institute of Management, hereby pledge that we shall, in our thought and action, practice integrity, excellence and accountability, in the discharge of our duties as management professionals, in all circumstances, we shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our institution and the nation. We shall utilize our knowledge of management education for societal betterment, sustainable practices, and ethical leadership. We pledge to become catalyst to positive change, impacting community and global business. You may now be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Vijaya. I would now invite Mr. Shankar Iyer, who has been a big hand behind all of this. Shankar Iyer to deliver the vote of thanks, please.
Thank you, Amit. Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the management, faculty, and staff of Kirloskar Institute of Management, I extend a heartfelt expression of gratitude to all who have come and graced this occasion with their presence today. First and foremost, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to our esteemed President, Mr. Aditi Kirloskar, Mr. Rahul Kirloskar, whose limitless vision and leadership have guided us through this academic journey, culminating in this moment of celebration. We are immensely grateful to Mr. Sumit Mitra for taking time off his busy schedule to be with us today. Sir, your talk from the heart about the journey of the students going forward was really touching, and I'm sure it will touch their hearts. Moving forward, I would like to thank Ms. Aditi Kirloskar for her outstanding leadership and breathing in freshness and limitless energy into the institute, and most importantly for believing in us and empowering us to aim higher all the time. We are profoundly grateful to the Kirloskar family members, our governing council members, senior professionals from the K Group, Mr. Nikhil Damle, and other invitees for gracing this occasion. Let me also take this opportunity to thank the leadership team in both the campuses for their constant support and mentorship to make this event a great success. Faculty members, you have played the most important role in shaping the academic journey of our graduates. Thank you for your dedication and unwavering commitment to excellence. My heartfelt thanks goes to the entire KIM Convocation team that has worked long hours for weeks to put together this event. My special thanks to Ms. Mitra again, my man Friday, and the student volunteers from the class of 2025. My sincere thanks also goes out to our event partners, Ornet Communications, Yellow Whale Brand Design Agency, E-Squared, Buntara Bhavana, and Krishna Catering. To the graduating class of 2024, congratulations on this remarkable achievement, and thank you for being wonderful students. I would also like to extend our gratitude to the families and friends of our graduates. Your unwavering support and encouragement have been a source of strength throughout their academic journey. Wishing you all continued success and fulfillment in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Iyer. And now I'll request Mr. Rahul Kirloskar to declare the convocation closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now declare the convocation as closed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. As we come to the closure of the event, I will request all of you to raise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
All right, so now the convocation procession shall now leave the auditorium. I request everyone to remain standing until the procession leaves the auditorium. And for this, they need to be standing, so you need to stand, guys. Come on. All the graduates, please stand.
No, don't remove your cap.
Keep your cap on your head for now.
Ready?
You are requested to not jump the gun. And we will tell you when you have to throw it in the air.
I'm ready.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go!
Say cheese. Say Kim.
Guys, wait.
One, two, three. Please stay there. Okay, ready?